Good afternoon, Austin, Texas. It's Above and Below, and we are here with Chelsea. What's up, Chelsea?
What's up, hey?
So, Chelsea, where you from?
I'm from Aberdeen, Washington originally.
Okay, I know Aberdeen.
For
Kurt Cobain. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain, rock on,
Yeah.
Nirvana. When did you move here to Austin, Texas?
Probably actually 4 years ago. I moved down here.
From where?
From Aberdeen, Olympia. You know what I mean?
Yes, I lived in Washington for like 5 years.
Yeah, I love it up there.
I lived in Kent. I lived in Renton.
Seattle.
I lived in West Seattle.
Yes.
I lived in
Tacoma.
I didn't live there. But yeah, I've been. Kent was wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
I mean,
it's
like,
full of just partying and
I was
crazy
there
people.
in 2008,
Yeah.
and it was, and they were smoking oxys like crazy back then.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's way worse now.
Yeah, it's gotten horrible. I mean, geez. Yeah. I came down here originally to get clean off of heroin. And I actually started a fentanyl addiction here.
Sure.
So I moved down here with my 2 children. I have 2 baby girls. And they ended up going back to Washington because I ended up relapsing when we got down here again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
They got sent back down, or up to my mother's. And I ended up staying here. You know what I mean?
So, how do you like it compared to Seattle?
I miss Washington. I miss it so much.
I love it.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
And the people there, I just feel like are a lot more like hippie, you know, real cool with everything. And if you're homeless, they're real nice to you. You know, here it's a little different. People look at you really like you're kind of like scum sometimes, you know.
As far as the drugs on the streets go, and what's it like here in Austin compared to Seattle or area?
Here it's really like I feel like it's like a new thing here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Olympia, in Aberdeen, where I'm from, like people are shooting up with their parents. Like it's a normal thing. You know what I mean? Like I started doing dope with my dad and dope with my mom when I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? So, but now they're both clean.
Good.
Taking care of my kids. You know.
That's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're doing great. My mom did years in prison and whatnot, you know, so, but anyways, yeah, so up there, it's like more nonchalant up there, you know, so down here, it's like, you mention fentanyl, and people are like, that's how I feel, you know what I mean, down here, you know, but, it's not as bad. The streets are horrible, really, up there.
When's the last time you were up in Washington?
It was about 4 years ago, and I was so strung out on heroin. It was bad. Just to get me down here on a train with my kids, I had to bring an 8-ball of heroin with me.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
And right when I got off the train, I was on my last hit.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I would have shot that whole thing halfway
the whole time
through.
With my kids there and everything. Like,
Right.
damn, like, I just didn't care. You know what I mean? But I brought a whole thing of Suboxones with me, and I thought I could do it. My Suboxones ended up getting stolen at my work. And I just went from there. I relapsed.
Did you come to Austin without a job and you just found a job?
Yes, my brother. I came to my brother's.
Okay.
He's clean and sober too. He's been doing good. He's on DOC. So he had to have like everything, like no relapses. Like that was.
So he's on parole or probation?
He was on probation.
Okay.
Probation. But they come and check his house and everything, and they come and check in with him. I think, is that parole or probation? I've never been.
I mean, I think that's more like, I mean, both of them can do that.
Monthly check-ins and monthly check-ins, you know what I mean?
Monthly check-ins usually.
And peeing, maybe it was parole. Like,
yeah.
Yes, because he was under for first degree on robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parole, most likely.
Yeah. But anyway, so I relapsed and he kicked me to the curb, and I didn't know anybody here.
So what part of...
He's in Marble Falls.
Okay, so you were in Marble Falls too.
Yes.
And there's really not much dope in as far as like opiates go.
There's nothing. I had to literally I relapsed on meth there.
Right.
And once I hit that meth, I was like, I want some fucking heroin. I want some heroin. I want some fentanyl. I don't care. Give me any opiate. Like and then I just forgot about everything I worked for. It was like gone like that. You know what I mean?
So how'd you find your heroin? How'd you find your dope?
Honestly, I don't even know how I did it, but this guy named Chance Briggs, dude, I met him on a whim, and he's like the only person I met there that said, I think I can get you some heroin. He drove me all the way here to Austin and got me some heroin.
About an hour and a half
more,
hour and a half drive.
Yeah, just to give me a 20 bag, man. And I literally remember, I where we went, he brought me right downtown, right there, and we just sat there until we found somebody that looked like they were on heroin. It wasn't within a minute. I found it and got it. Did a fat shot to my neck, and it was over.
I bet you were driving back and forth every day.
Yeah, I was for like a couple months, back and forth every single day.
And were you working at this time?
I quit my job. I was started, doing like, sex work and whatnot. I started finding like, the rich men out in Marble Falls, like they pay a lot of money. And so like I was doing good for a minute, and then I started getting tired of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Austin. And I came to Austin, and I actually ended up getting stabbed 7 times by my roommate when I was living in Pflugerville.
Damn.
I got stabbed 7 times.
Wow.
So I didn't come here homeless, because I came here and found an apartment. Because I had some money from Marble Falls. But then when I got stabbed, they threw me out, and the housing authorities, and I became homeless. After that.
As far as the sex work goes,
yes.
What's it like in Marble Falls compared to Austin?
I feel like that they treat you better, and you're worth more out there. Okay. You know what I mean? Like for some reason, I feel like because here it's like they're like asking, do $10 jobs. I'm like, whoa! I find that very offensive. Yeah. Like, come on, I'm worth more than that. Like, are you kidding? But it's because all these girls out here are they're so desperate. And they just set the bar low. You know what I mean? And so we're like. Fucking sucks.
What do you think is the appropriate standard price just for a blow job?
For a blow job, I'd say about $100 for a good blow job. You know what I mean? Like a good one. Like where you're like toes curling, climbing up the wall. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. So you were pretty deep into the sex game?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't really dirty, but I was on a lot of the sugar daddy sites I went on, like so
Backpage.
Like escorting,
Okay.
Like the high,
cool.
High roller a little bit more.
So it wasn't like walking down the street.
Here is like crucial to here. Seems like more. It's like downtown and stuff. It's real like dirty.
Yeah.
It's really scary actually. It scared me. I thought I had HIV for a minute, and I thank God I went to harm reduction and I got cleared out.
Yes, thanks for THRA.
For real, thank you guys.
Yeah, I knew I had it.
Yeah,
I mean, just like
me too.
in my head, I knew I had it, but
me too. That's how I was acting. I acted that way. Like I felt like I did. I felt dirty. Like no, I didn't have it. I was so grateful, man. Like,
what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you in your sex worker career?
I would say getting stabbed the 7 times I got stabbed. It was with a roommate because he was jealous because I was doing all of my work in our apartment, and it was out of nowhere. He was on a 12-day binge, and he's an Army vet, and he started going into a psychosis. And he just he asked me if I wanted to hook up finally, and I turned him down. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to mix business and pleasure. And he grabbed the first thing that was sharp, which was a steak knife right next to my dinner plate, and started stabbing me. You know what I mean?
Because you were like, I'm good.
And because I turned him down. And he was kind of one of those guys that kind of got bullied in school and stuff. You know what I mean? And so but we were like best friends. Yeah. But because I turned him down, and he was so amped up in his head, he just seemed red. He doesn't even remember doing it. So, but that's just the craziest thing that's ever happened to me like that. That had to do with you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, have you ever had anyone try to kidnap you?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Actually, up in Washington was when they were doing it. I haven't really had anybody down here trying to kidnap me, but when I was in Washington, in Olympia, they're all about it. There's the hub up there. I swear.
Yeah. Do you remember the Green River Killer?
Yes, the Green River Killer. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. I used to go hang out over right where that guy was. You know what I mean? That's crazy to think about. The Green River Killer. There's a couple other ones out there. I know. I can't remember the name, but they're the big dogs, you know, like, I'm like, wow, I could have been one of those girls.
Yes.
You know, have you ever seen that movie Monster?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
great.
That's a good movie, dude.
It really pulls
great.
at your heartstrings.
Yeah.
I feel so bad, you know, like so much empathy for her.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just lonely and lost.
And she just drunk, you know.
Yeah.
Just wasted all the time and gosh, and she just was looking for love, man. And that's really what we all really want out here. I feel like we're just looking for like it's something to be a part of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And family, because a lot of us lost a lot of family, and a lot of us just aren't accepted by our families, so because of what we decided to take a road, you know.
So as far as your drug use goes, is it have you leveled up since you got to Austin? Like, has it gotten a little more wild and out of control than it was back in Washington? Or?
Yeah, because I feel like the strength. Like, I've never been a part of so many deaths. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen so many people just drop like flies.
Here in Austin, right?
Here, it's like the worst I've ever seen it. I watched this guy turn completely purple and his veins bulge out of his bald head, like that far off of his skull, because he wasn't breathing. Like,
wow.
All he needed was CPR, and nobody knew that. Like, are you kidding me? We're all that fucked up. Like, we just had to give him some air.
Yeah.
That's all it took, and we were so fucking out of our mind.
Did he make it, or did he pass away?
No,
he did.
Passed away, yeah.
Where was that at?
Where was that at? That was at I forget what they're called.
The dam?
No, it wasn't the dam, but it was this apartment building over here.
Okay.
My homie lived in. God, I'm trying to think of what their name is. I can't think of the name.
But it was
it was right. It was probably like 5 blocks from the dam.
Was,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was indoors.
Yes, it was indoors.
It was probably off Riverside, right?
Yes, Riverside. Yep. It's horrible over there.
So what is like? What are your drug of choices? Like your favorite, second favorite, third favorite?
Okay, I would say fentanyl is my all hail fentanyl. Like, I love that. I love it. I love the feeling of it, and it's sad to say. Like, I worship the ground it walks on. You know what I mean? That's why I do it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it.
Sure.
That's how I feel. You know, I'd say fentanyl. Then it goes good old heroin, and then I'd say some clear, and then some alcohol, and then give me a little bit of acid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love like trip. I love DMT too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love spiritual awakenings, like all that shit, mushrooms. But mainly it goes fentanyl, heroin, and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my main. I don't do Xanax. Xanax scares the fuck out of me.
Well, you know, that was my drug of choice is heroin and Xanax together.
Yeah, oh my god.
You know?
Yeah, that's
plus I love shooting speedballs, which is heroin and cocaine in
Yeah.
the same shot. But yeah, heroin and Xanax was my thing, and I'm blessed to be here, and because it takes out people like just drop like flies.
Like, I mean, literally within it. I mean, you could turn your back for 5 minutes and go in and they're gone.
It's nothing to play with, popping benzos and using opiates.
It's not. Like, that is the concoction for death, I promise you. If you want to die, that's the one to go for.
It's a recipe for death right there.
There you go, but don't do it.
Do not. Yeah, that's some good advice.
Yeah.
How many overdoses have you seen in like the last year here?
Jeez, oh my gosh. Overdoses? 20? 20, oh my gosh. And at least 5 of them I've seen die. That's crazy.
That's a little traumatizing, isn't it?
That's a lot. Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, why are we choosing to put I'm so sorry, a drug that's supposed to be taking elephants out.
Right.
That's what fentanyl is.
Tranquilizer.
Tranquilizer for an elephant. And we think, us humans think it's funny to turn it into something that we can shoot and just worship the ground it walks on. What is wrong with us? But it's just our human, you know,
it's all about money.
Yeah.
You know?
We're really, the government is really fucked up. You know what I mean?
You can say that about 10 billion more times.
Right? We're guinea pigs, man. We're just a bunch of guinea pigs living in their world, so.
Now up in Kensington, like Philadelphia and California and a few others. I mean, xylazine is big there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh god, that's stuff that is eating your skin, right?
Yeah. I mean,
my God.
it's here too, but it's not rampant like it is in Philadelphia.
Like, they love it, huh?
No, I don't know.
That shit
I don't have much.
smells and tastes like crap. Like it tastes like a rubber boot. Like, ugh.
How many times do you know that you've had it laced up in your stuff?
I've had it at least 10 times because we were testing it for a minute there. We were getting the testers from harm reduction.
Yeah.
Aaron or Adam or whatever his name is. Excuse me. And we were testing it every time we thought we would have it, and it flagged like 7 for sure times that we had it, and we were like, whoa.
For xylazine?
Yes, for xylazine. That's what the fuck.
Did you shoot it or smoke it?
Flacco shot it and I smoked it.
What happened to Flacco?
Flacco got fucking tatered. He was out of there, dude. And I smoking it.
What happened to you?
Like shit. I didn't really. For some reason, when you shoot that shit, man, woo.
Yeah. No. Well, that's like playing Russian roulette. You know, even muscling it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, I mean, that's.
And I hit him straight in the neck every time. So I'm like his doctor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It takes like 2 seconds flat to hit him. I don't even have to look at him. I can just hit him. Like truly, it's crazy. Like that's why I think we were so connected. Like as drug addicts in a relationship, because I was his doctor. You know what I mean? And so I feel like he needed me to go everywhere with him. So I can hit him all day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People pay good money for that shit too. That's another hustle. That's another hustle I'm doing.
But probably the first 2 months that I started shooting, I would pay my dealer to hit me like $5-10 each time.
Yep.
You know, until I finally learned how to do it.
My big Fentanyl dealer, he would pay me $1 gram every day to come over and just hang out with him and just hit him throughout the day. A gram of fentanyl. That's a lot of money.
How long ago was that?
That was probably like 6 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Pat. He's cool as fuck.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how's your life going?
Right now, I'm lonely. Like I don't have much of a relationship anymore. I don't have friends. I just go to game rooms and fill my head up with fentanyl and game room time, and like that's my life right now. It's not fun. I want to go home.
Where's home?
Olympia.
Oh
Shelton,
yeah.
You know, with my kids.
But your parents
My mom won't let me come home until I do like a 6-month treatment and a detox.
Are you thinking about doing it?
Yeah. I just need a detox. I wanted to convince her to let me get on methadone.
Right.
I know that will work.
You know that I can have you in somewhere.
For methadone? Can I get on the methadone though?
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I can get you in the methadone clinic within like 48 hours to a week.
Serious?
And I can get you into treatment like whenever you want it.
I need your help. I need
okay.
it bad.
All right.
For sure.
Well, we'll handle that.
Okay.
So what are like in 3 years? What do you want your story in your life to look like? Like
in 3 years, I would love to be sitting with my 2 girls on each side of me and having a big smile and saying like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You know?
For sure.
I just hope I'm clean and in 3 years I'm not dead. So.
You know you can be.
Yeah.
You know if you want to be.
I know it. That's why I feel like God puts people here, like in my life right now. Like maybe you're supposed to be here right now. Maybe you're like a link to get me to where I need to be right now. I can feel it.
100%.
I feel that. So.
Yeah. No, we're here for each other. You know.
Yeah.
And that's what's so beautiful about
humans, really.
Yeah, and especially like the drug game. Like it's like people who have been hardcore on that side and they kind of make it out when they come back. Like people, like if you try to get better, if you're wanting to get better, if you're wanting to get sober and clean, people will go out of their way to help you. Like at meetings and things like AA and NA. I don't do those meetings.
You don't?
I did when I first got, clean, but, I would have some wine at dinner, and I stopped going.
Felt wrong.
Yeah.
I got you.
I wasn't gonna go up there in front and tell her, hey, I got 5 years clean, you know?
Right.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to get off your chest, or do you have any advice for the younger lady who might be
thinking it's cool to get
thinking
high.
about walking in your own footsteps?
Oh man, if I could look back on it, and this is so cliche to say, but if I could look back on it and see what I'm gonna go through, you know, I would change everything. I would finish out college, and I would never have thought it was cool to drink and get high. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was the coolest thing on earth until I started feeling those withdrawals. When you feel those withdrawals, and your skin wants to crawl inside out. Like, it's a whole nother level. Please, I'm begging anybody out there that is listening to this, please, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth losing your life, your family, everything, all your babies, everything you work for. It's not worth it. Go.
Awesome. Well, what do you say in like 3-4 months we do a follow-up interview? Yeah?
That'd be cool.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Well, above and below ATX, we out.
Bye.